All right, so this is an infinite dye farm. Minecraft using the create mod. First thing we need was power to power all this stuff. In order to accomplish that, made a tree farm here using dark oak. This runs around on the tracks, harvests the trees, and replants behind after it harvests using these. Takes what it gathers, drops it into here, it falls onto this belt. Follow it around, goes through these tunnels to sort out the different things that it picks up. And really the only thing that we're concerned with is the logs. So the rest of it is going into these drawers and then gets voided off. These drawers are only set to hold 2048. The logs stored in here come out onto the belt, get stored in this drawer, which feeds this furnace. The furnace burns the dark oak log, turns it into charcoal. Charcoal that it creates is dropped down onto this belt, loops back around, goes into this storage drawer, kind of acts as a buffer, and then it feeds back in to the furnace to be used to burn more of the dark oak logs. That furnace powers this flywheel, which gives all this stuff the power that it needs and more. So the ultimate goal was to create bone meal and have a flour farm to grind down for the dyes. So in order to create bone meal using the create mod, it's kind of a lengthy process. The first step of it is we have a cobblestone generator here. Lava and falling water, when they meet each other, create cobblestone. These drills break the cobblestone and they fall down into hoppers below here, which take the cobblestone and put it into a storage drawer behind this. When it reaches a stack of 64, it's then pulled out of the drawer, put on this belt, and brought up to its first set of grinding wheels. Cobblestone drops into the grinding wheel, it grinds it down, and it turns it into gravel, which we'll wait and there's the gravel. We're going to follow this all the way through, so it might be a little slow. The gravel then drops into its second set of grinding wheels, and it turns that into sand. Actually turns it into 3 objects: sand, clay balls, and also flint. So they go through this set of brass tunnels, are filtered. The only thing we're pulling out is the sand. The sand then goes through another set of grinding wheels, which creates lime sand and also bone meal, what we were really after, the bone meal. The lime sand, we'll get to the bone meal in a second. The lime sand is brought into here and then brought out onto this belt. There's fans behind this lava that are blowing the hot air onto the lime sand and turn that into limestone, which that is what we're standing on. Okay, back to the bone meal. The bone meal goes into this drawer, brought out onto this series of belts, which brings it on a long ride down around and feeds it into this drawer, which is feeding our flour farm. The flour farm, that all goes into a dispenser underneath. The flour farm right now is deactivated. You can tell by the water on there, and also this light is activated. In order to activate the flour farm, you hit the switch. And that's activating, shaking the grass back and forth, creating the flowers that we need. Let me turn that off because it's kind of loud. When I turn it off, water washes everything that we just created onto this belt. That belt feeds into a drawer controller, which separates all them into their own whatever color they are. Those belts come out, feed this grind wheel, and then they get sent up and around and into their storage drawers. There's also another color, green, which the only way that I'm aware to get is from cactuses. Over here, we have a little cactus farm. That is rotating around, cutting the cactus down when they grow. Cactuses are deposited into here, drops them down onto the same belt system. And the cactus, when ground down, turns into cactus paste, which is then sorted out through this brass tunnel, brought up into here, into the mechanical crafter, which turns it into the green dye. That's placed into its appropriate drawer. This is all being made to create the ultimate concrete factory, which that'll be my next video. I wanted to do it all together, but I felt like it was a little bit too much to try and explain all in one video. So hopefully this helps somebody figure out how to do this. If you have any questions or comments, write them down below and I'll do my best to get you an answer. Thanks for checking this out. Peace.